Hi, and welcome to On the Spot. My name is Ronnie Wiley. To my left is Keith Pavey. And Keith, finally, we got a Pavey's here in Connorsville on the south side of town. Before we get to that, because that is something that everybody's been talking about for a long time since you broke ground. When did you break ground?
We broke ground last April, so we're
coming
up on a year.
Up on a year, and you're like, it's got to start opening up soon.
We needed it to open.
Yeah.
We're excited that it's open.
Yeah.
We've had very good response from the town, so we're excited.
So you were probably as excited to open as we were all excited to have it open.
Oh, we were.
Yeah.
So we're very pleased. We're pleased by the outcome of people that have come out to visit us there. So we're excited.
Yeah, my first taste of Pavey's was when I moved here to Indiana in 1987. Moved to Neverton on Little Bear Road before it was Little Bear Road.
Yes.
And that was the grocery store right there in town. It was before you had gas.
Yes.
And it was like everybody knew everybody.
Yep.
And it was like so odd to me because it was so small, and I'm used to bigger places over in Dayton. But it was so neat because everybody knew everybody, and everything seemed to be hometown. Yep. That's the feel you guys go for.
Yes, it is. Our philosophy since I was a little kid has been small communities, get to know everybody, the grandparents of the kids coming in. That's the feel that we wanted. We wanted everybody to feel like family when they came in. So this is a bigger version of what we're used to, but the atmosphere we want to be the exact same. We want that family feel when you come in.
So you guys, and again, I always thought Pavey's was just in Everton. Then I found out, oh no, you guys have quite other stores. Where else are you located at?
About 5 years ago, we had a split between my
Because you guys are a big family.
Yes, correct. My dad had 10 brothers and sisters. He was one of 11, so there were 3 of them. Well, 4 started the business years in 1980. 4 of them started. It was my Uncle Paul, my Uncle Larry, my Uncle Steve, and then my dad. When I was little, my Uncle Paul split off. He had the one in Rushville that we had years ago and moved on to St. Paul. Then about 5 years ago, my Uncle Steve, my Uncle Larry, and my dad split apart. They were just getting to the age that they wanted everything to kind of be separate. So they split apart. Me and my dad ended up with Carthage, Andersonville, Connorsville, and Andersonville. So those 4 are under our belt. My Uncle Larry was Metamora, Brookville. My Uncle Steve is Westport, Milroy. So.
And you guys sold the Laurel one, correct?
We did sell the Laurel one. Yep.
Yeah.
So. But we're excited to be up here. We've been in Fayette County for many years. I always had a great response from Fayette County, so we're excited to be in town in Connorsville, and we hope that we can serve the community well. So
As I was saying before we came on the air, I was with one of my clients, and we went into the Laurel or the Metamora store. And your Uncle Larry was there, and it was like, okay, I know he's a Pavey. You guys have that distinctive look. So when you guys went on your own and split, of course, everything is still the same hometown feel for every Pavey's. And when did you think, okay, we got to get this big one here in Connorsville? When was that? Did you and your dad think we got to do this?
Well, we've had the property for many years. We actually purchased the property from Casey. And that's been many years ago. So we've had it for a while. We own the 2 acres on the corner. Then when Reed Hospital bought the Connorsville Hospital, they had property next to us that adjacent to us that we purchased from them. So that gave us 8 acres on that corner.
So you have 10 acres now?
We have 8 there.
Oh, 8.
It was 6 acres, so it was 8 total. So we needed the extra acreage so that we could add on, because I think right now we're using about 2.5 to 3 acres over there.
Wow.
So we needed that extra space before we wouldn't be able to do the size of building that we wanted to. So some of the holdup was just we didn't have the acreage that we wanted to be able to build the facility that we wanted to have.
So you get everything lined up to where you want it to be. And again, I didn't know that you guys had that much land.
Yeah.
And so when we'll get into the future, because I'm sure there's some more big plans. But once you drive, because that going in there, that I love the design of that place. It has that openness feel to it, but it still has that compacted feel to it as well.
Yes.
And you talk about keeping that hometown feel. How many plans did you guys go through before you finally settled on that one?
And it was only a couple plans. We actually used a local guy here in Connorsville.
Oh, really?
Rural Valley Architectural, which is Josh Marzalek.
Oh, good.
He designed it for us. We got hooked up with Josh because he did Union Savings and Loan in Rushville.
Okay,
My Uncle Mike, over there, the mayor in Rushville, he said, this guy's great, knows what he's doing. We got with him. We told him kind of our plans of what we wanted, and he took it and he ran with it.
Yeah.
And the end results, I mean, we tweaked things as we went that we saw that we needed to do. Yeah. And he went with it, and he gave us a great building that we're very, very happy
How long does that take to design something like that?
Oh, I don't know how many hours he has into that. I couldn't begin to tell you. I know dealing with us, we were changing things on him left and right.
That's right.
So I think he was getting to
this.
I think he was getting to the point where he wanted to shut his phone off a few times because we were calling him.
Yeah.
But I know he put a lot of hours into it. I couldn't begin to tell you and nail down what time frame he had to do that. But I know he did put hours into it. So
first thing I thought of when I went there on your opening was, man, they're probably going to have to eventually have a stoplight right there at Veterans and 1.
Yep.
Have they talked about that by any chance?
Well, it's funny you say that because the state was actually out the other day and they hung a traffic counter out there.
Oh,
and he stopped in the store and told me he was taking pictures drone, and he said the traffic counter was out there. He said we're going to measure the traffic and see. He said it was brought to their attention that they might need to do that. So the state is moving along and looking into that. So
it's going to be different driving on 1 now and go, oh, I have to stop right there. But it's a good problem to have, having that store there, because the fact that when Macy's went out, gosh, that was what 20 years ago or whatever. There hasn't been anything on that side of town for people to shop.
Yep.
And here you guys come along at like the perfect time. You got to be you had to be feeling good on opening day when people were coming and going, we're glad you're here.
Oh, like I said, we were overwhelmed with the positivity that came into the store. Everyone complimented the store. Yeah. They're happy it's there.
Yeah.
We just want to be here to please Connorsville. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to be a good thing for Connorsville. Yeah. We want to have that family feel for people when they come in. We want them to feel welcome. We want them to be able to come up and talk to us.
Right, sure, yeah.
I mean,
I barged in your office.
Yeah, correct. I mean, our door's open if you ever need to talk. I mean, we listen.
Yeah. My sister's always a big fan of you guys.
I was going to say, I can't guarantee we'll always do what you want. But at the end of the day, we will listen. And we want to be there to keep people happy.
Yeah. And that's one of the things when over the years when I lived out there, it was like this was, you get that because you don't get that at the bigger places. I mean, it's. Like Cass. I mean, Cass said she was a little kid, and then all of a sudden she, posts on Facebook. It was like, oh, it's open, and it was like, I gotta go check out Pavey's. It's a thing to do. We have to go check it out. We talked about having a soft open before we went on the air. That you wanted to have this kind of a soft open, but it really wasn't kind of a soft open, was it?
No, it wasn't. It took off. It ballooned quicker than we thought. And again, it's compliments to Connorsville to accepting us well.
Yeah.
I mean, we're very pleased to be here, but a soft opening that we thought we could get our feet a little wet, get our cashiers in order, get our stuff in order.
Right.
It didn't work that way, which is a good problem.
Right, sure,
I mean, I won't complain about that at all, but we still have some hiccups but that's why we open up early earlier than you really want to, so
Right.
that you can find out what the problems you are
So you
having,
fix it.
so we can get it fixed.
Yeah, the meat selection, that's obviously something that's really big when you think of a supermarket, the big chains, it's all
Yep.
packaged. But with Pavey's, it's, you get to, I mean, you see the meats out there. It's, where do you guys get your meat from?
Our wholesaler, Winkler, out of Dale, Indiana, they deliver to us. It's IBP XL. It comes in, we cut it up, we grind it there on site.
So everything's right there.
Yep. So we'll do it on site for you. We have a great meat cutter. His name's Brett Okerson. He actually came to us from the old Cutshaws over in Liberty. So we're very pleased to have a very good meat cutter there.
Yeah,
He's been a meat cutter for 30 plus years, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and you brought the pizza from that you had in Everton here that John loved, and then of course Chucky Biggs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's some of my favorite chicken.
That's taken off phenomenally.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
when we opened up with one fryer.
Yeah.
The person that was training us, she kept telling us from the beginning,
We
you
need
need
more
two
than-
fryers,
yeah, right,
you
yeah.
need two fryers, you need two fryers. We didn't, and we've come to the point we bought a second fryer.
I was going to say,
because
yeah.
we had to.
Yeah,
I mean, she
yeah.
said you're maxed out. She said you've got to get a second one. So it's a learning curve for
sure,
us.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
again, back to having a soft opening to work out the kinks. This is one of the kinks.
Yeah. One of the kinks, and again, and it's good.
It's a good problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, of course, this is April, and next month is when you guys pretty much have your planned grand opening for this. What's your plans for that?
No, we're waiting until the 1st of May, 2nd of May,
You'll be
week of May.
releasing all that?
Yeah, we'll release it. We'll publicize it. We'll reach out to radio station. We'll reach out to you guys, let you guys know. We want to make sure the parking lot gets done because winter hit, asphalt company shut down. We were unable to get it finished. Asphalt plants are starting to open.
Right.
They actually got all their equipment out there yesterday. It's too wet today to do anything, but tomorrow they will start asphalting. We want to get all that done, get all the parking lot completely done, get it to what it needs to be before we have our grand opening. So we're given some time to be able to do that. We're going to line up with our vendors. They're willing to donate and give away stuff. So our vendors have come through for us. So we will have things that we will be giving away, whether it's Pepsi, Coke, Frito-Lay. All of our vendors are willing to have something in there to give away. So our hope is to make this a big event. We'll be grilling out, doing things
like
there.
that.
So we're wanting to have a big event, and we'll publicize it, and we'll make sure everyone knows. So we're excited.
Yeah, gas, there on the corner. I mean, perfect location. When we think of Pavey, sometimes the size of it, and I don't know if this is a false thing or a thing, because it's a grocery store, but sometimes a convenience store as well.
Yep.
This is like a convenience store on steroids, wouldn't you? I mean, would you agree with that?
I would totally agree with you. I mean, our markets that we're in now, I mean, we're considered hybrids, is what they consider, because we're not a grocery store, we're not a convenience store. So this is, like I said, a souped-up version of what we already have. I mean, most of our other stores are 4,000 square foot. This is a 12,000 square foot building. We have to be unique. We have to be a hybrid, because I can't compete with national brands or national companies head to head. We have to find our niches. And so we're trying to find our niches, and we're hoping to hang our hats on fresh cut meat, like you said. Your Charlie Biggs, we're hoping to hang our hat on that. Hot foods.
I always call it Chucky Biggs. I don't know.
And the other one is produce. We want to be able to hang our hat on produce. We have to be unique in that situation, and that's our hope. But we had to adapt over the years. We used to be small town, just grocery store. We adapted, added gas pumps to all of
I
our
remember that,
stores.
yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
and we did that in the early 90s.
Yeah.
For us to survive and to be able to survive the changing times, that's
Well, it
what
was
we had
helping
to
me out
do.
in Everton, so 'cause sometimes I'd get home going, oh, I forgot to get gas in town, then I'd have to, pray that I got to the gas station in town. And when
Yep.
you guys got gas, it was like, oh, good, yeah, just go to Everton and go
Yep.
to Pavey's to get gas. It
Yes.
was really cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep. So over the years, we've adapted, and we feel like that we've done okay doing
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
But we're willing to do it. I
Right,
mean,
sure, yeah.
that you have to have the willingness to adapt with the changing markets.
Yeah.
And I compliment my father for that.
Yeah.
He's taught me very well over the years that, hey, you got to change with the times.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
yeah,
but he
right.
said you've got to change with the times.
And
So,
how much does your customers, again, when I moved here, and there was that, again, you knew everybody's name, you lived right next to them, you talked to them every day, you got to know them. How much did the customers dictate, say, man, guys, you probably need to get gas. I'm tired of having to go to town and almost running out of gas. How much did that dictate? How much did the customers' suggestions dictate some of the changes?
and it's not. It is customers that have kind of dictated over the years of how we do business, how we change, but you gotta kind of see the writing on the wall before everybody else does.
Sure, yeah.
And I feel like my dad and my uncles have done a very good job of seeing that writing
Before.
of what was coming,
Yeah.
and I think that's why they have done such a good job of moving forward and allowing me to get to the age to step in, help out, and do some of this. I have to compliment them to be able to see into the future almost,
Right.
and see what was coming.
That spot that you're in, again, prime location.
Yes.
And who had that prior? You said Casey's.
Casey's.
Oh, Casey's.
Years ago.
Okay, that was so the gas station chain.
Yes.
So they had it.
They had it. They had it
I
for
didn't know they
years
were even
before
coming
that.
here.
That was years ago.
Yeah, I had no idea that they were planning on coming here.
Yep.
Wow. So they were going to plan on coming here. You guys bought it from them. Because that was my question. My question would have been, I'm surprised that no other big chain, well, now I'm surprised Casey didn't go through with it. Good that they didn't, because it's good to have a local, when we think of expanding with Connorsville, we try to get all the big corporations in here.
Yes.
It's good to have you that's homegrown here. That's got to feel good.
It does. It feels great. I mean, Connorsville has been very receptive of us, and Fayette County has. A lot of these people, growing up, even when I was in high school, they knew who I was.
Right.
I didn't know them because I wasn't in the store business at the
Right,
time.
yeah, right.
And they knew my dad.
Right,
They knew
sure,
my
yeah.
uncles. So,
Right.
so when I would come over there, they'd say, "Hey," back again to knowing that you're a Pavey.
Right, yeah, right.
They were like, "Oh, you must be a Pavey. Are you John's boy?"
Right, yeah,
That's
right,
what
yeah,
I would
yeah,
always
right,
get.
yeah.
So they've always been receptive. Even when I was younger, when I played ball, when I was in high school, people knew me, and they knew me because my dad worked at Everton. And, and so it's always been a good feel from people over here. So I'm very excited to be in Connorsville. We want success over there, like any business.
Sure.
But we're happy what we're seeing so far.
So you guys, again, when you say Casey, I thought, well, who's Casey? Do I know this person? So when you guys, because that just takes a totally, you guys obviously thought, well, this is a prime spot. We wanted this, and you found out Casey's owned it. Obviously, they were sitting on it for a while.
Yes, they were.
And so you approached them, called them up. Did they immediately say, okay, yeah, we'll sell it to you, or were they
And when that process started, I was younger.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in the process of the buying of that property. But again, like you said, that it was a hot corner.
Yeah.
It's well traveled.
Yeah.
Well, ever since they put in Ziegler Lane
right.
up there, I mean, it's the easy way to get up to the high school
Right, sure,
and around.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
so ever since that's been done,
yeah,
it's just been a very, very busy corner.
right.
And so I think that Dad and my two uncles, they saw an opportunity,
Yeah.
so they jumped on it. And
Yeah.
it's just taken us this long to,
Yeah, right,
to be
yeah.
able
Well,
to get something done.
it's perfect
The
timing.
stars lined up for
Yeah,
us, and
yeah.
it works.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember I would always have some people, what's going on over there? On
Yeah.
that? Well, Pavey's is coming in. Pavey's? They're
Yeah.
building something big. So, that, again, very, very exciting for that. But again, it's where you're at, and you got all those acres to go. What is the future with all those additional acres that you have? What's your future expansion out there, if any, or if you're even that far out? Have you thought that far out?
And we haven't thought too far ahead right now.
Yeah, right.
I mean, We're wanting to
yeah,
get.
Let's get you to the
We're trying to get the
to the grand opening. Here I
Correct.
am talking about
And
what's your
so-
anniversary 5 years from now?
Yeah. And we're hoping to be able
Yeah.
that our business does well enough that we can be able to pull some commercial business out there.
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that's the hope, because
right,
it's
yeah.
commercial property out
That's
there.
right, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's our hope at the end of the day. But right now, our thought is, let's make this successful. Let's get it to the point that we can convince somebody
Right.
to come out there next.
Well,
to us.
it's funny you said, because my initial thought was, let's make that from 12,000 to 24,000 square feet, but I never thought about, there could more of a strip mall type
Right.
thing. Never thought about that.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so that's kind of where
Yeah.
our thought is,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
since it is commercial property,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we hope that we might be able to entice
Right,
someone to
right.
to
Well, you
wanna
got all
come
the
out
housing
Correct.
right there, and they need places
there. I was
to
going
go
to say, great
too.
communities out
Yeah,
there.
oh,
I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, River
great.
Bend and Village
Yep.
Creek. I mean, I know a lot of people live in both areas,
Yes.
and they're fabulous people. And I would almost imagine that they are like super excited I can actually walk to the grocery store now in the
Yes.
summertime, especially those that live in River
Yep.
Bend Estates. They can walk to the grocery store
Yep.
now, and don't take the carts. Leave the carts. Leave the carts there, but you can walk and
Yep.
carry the bags back. And that's another thing too. When living on Little Bear, you guys didn't have the carts to. Have to. Anyway, but so lots of expansion possibility out there over on the east side. Any other possible locations in Connorsville down the road, or are you just going to stick
No,
with that?
right now we're sticking with what we got.
Yeah.
We're trying to get this one off the ground. We're
Right.
trying to get it off right.
Right.
I think we have the right personnel that we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
We were concerned at first about
Right.
hiring.
Yeah.
With such a large location, most of our locations, we're hiring 7, 8 employees
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
So coming into a
You're probably
location like
doubling,
that, well,
at
we're
least.
we're almost triple it.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah, I'd say
so
so,
you're
yeah.
looking at about 25 employees, 30 employees,
Mm-hmm.
which for us was a little different. And
Mm-hmm.
so the hiring process kind of got us nervous, but the response that we got, applications that we got, people came out and gave us applications, and I think we put together a pretty good crew. But all we can do is wait the time out,
Right. Yeah,
see how
that
things
goes.
go. But the crew that we have out there, I think, are phenomenal. I think they're good with the customers, but we're excited.
Oh, sure, yeah,
That's,
yeah.
At the end of the day, we're excited
Yeah.
to be here.
And we're all excited that you are here.
Yep.
I mean, absolutely. Even though I live on the complete opposite side of town, the fact of the matter that knowing that one of my first memories of moving here was going
Yep.
into Pavey's and thinking, wow, this is totally different than what I was used to. But then it just grew on you. You just can't help but. The smallness of I can go around the whole store in 1 minute and know where everything's at and be in and out and it became a part of me and the pizzas and And you guys had videos at one time? I remember
Oh,
you guys
yes.
had videos.
Many
we'd go up
years
there and
ago.
have videos.
We had videos. We had video games.
Yeah, I remember the games too. Yeah,
we had Nintendo games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me and my buddy would get those. Yeah, we had we had. Oh, I remember those days. Yeah, we'd all go. We're gonna go to Pavey's and get some because we didn't have to go to town.
Yes, exactly.
To get video. We'd go to Pavey's and rent some videos. I remember. Gosh, yeah, I remember because it was off to the side over there in the corner by the office is where the videos were. Yeah, so I remember all that stuff. Yeah, it seemed like it was yesterday, but it was a long time ago. And I'm
sure you had to make sure to rewind too.
Yeah, we had to rewind. You had to be kind and rewind is what we had to do back in those days. Of course, things have totally changed since then because you're not going to have videos now. Did you ever think when you first started with your dad, because now you have to be the visionary.
Yes, correct.
You have to be the visionary. Did you ever think you'd be here now? And now you're seeing things on the horizon that, of course, I was thinking we expanded 24,000, but you're thinking, well, we got commercial property. You're seeing things on the horizon.
Yeah.
Can you share with us, if you can, if not, I understand, of things that you're seeing on the horizon that may change in the future when it comes to groceries or Pavey's in general?
Oh, as of right now, no.
I understand.
I mean, it's just one of those things that we sit down, talk as me and Dad have gotten along great over the years.
Yeah.
We've had a good relationship over the years, and I know every son and father have a relationship.
Sure, yeah.
But it's different when you're in business together.
Right, yeah.
And sometimes you butt heads with each other. We don't.
Awesome.
We both have an understanding of what we're thinking about, what we're wanting, what we see for the future of the company, and the stuff that I've learned from him.
Right.
Has grown me into who I am now. So if I have half the knowledge that he has,
you'll be fine.
I'll be all right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He's done a very good job teaching me, and I can't credit him enough.
Yeah.
For teaching me what I know.
What about your children?
Well, I have my oldest one. He's always said, "Dad, I don't want to go in the store business." I said, "That's fine, buddy."
Right,
I was like, I said, "I'll never want you to do something you don't want to." But we opened up the new store. He walked in and he goes, "Dad, I want to put an upstairs up here for an office."
Oh, sorry.
So he's doing that. I said, "Well, I thought you weren't getting in the store business." He goes, "I might be changing my mind with this store." So he, even a kid, he's 12 years old.
Oh, so he's 12 and he's
12 and he's already doing this.
Oh, yeah, he's already thinking of his office.
Oh, yeah.
And it's above everything, so
Exactly.
he's thinking big.
Correct.
I like his style.
So he made me laugh when he said that. And I said, for many years, you said, "I don't want to do stores." I said, "But all of a sudden you changed." He goes, "Dad, this is a really nice store. I need an office right here." I was like, okay. And then my two youngest ones are 5 and 6. So they just want to run around the store and climb on everything. So.
Hey, look, we got Pavey's. This is our name on here, and that's amazing. Of all these years, I didn't know you guys had your own seasoning. I'm like, where was I at? I mean, how long have you had that?
We've had it for about 3 years now.
Okay, well,
a company called Nutmeg Spice Company. Yeah. They came to us, approached us at a food show when we were down in Winkler, Dale, Indiana, and they said, "Hey, we do labels for people. We have spices. We'll put your own label on it." So they came to us with that, and we said, "That's a great idea." Yeah. And so they sent up some spices so we can try different rubs. Yeah. We loved them. We said, "We're good.
Yeah, good.
We want to move forward with this." And so they've been a great company to work with. And the funny thing about that company, they're not much different than how my dad and uncle started. They said they started in their house.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
they were doing seasoning out of the house, and that's when Dad said, "Hey, you sold me." He said, "That's about how we started." He said, "We were just sitting around the table," and he said, "Me and the brothers, we wanted to do groceries." So that's how they got started. So the Nutmeg Company, they hit home with us when when they told us how they got started.
Keith, our half hour's up.
Hey.
Can you believe that?
No,
So,
I can't.
you know,
It went by.
go see this guy on the corner of, well, I guess what's that, the bypass of Veterans Memorial.
Veterans Memorial.
And you can't miss it, the biggest building right there on State Road 1 as you're heading out of town. Pavey's Supermarket open right now. Check it out and check him out, and we'll check you out next month on The Spot.